Welcome back to our lesson of Adobe Illustrator t-shirt design. In this lesson, we will be making a retro sunset t-shirt design according to my need or according to my creativity. So without any further ado, let's just hop on the lesson by turning on Adobe Illustrator. As we've opened up Adobe Illustrator, now let's open up any of the preset, whichever one you want. Make sure the raster effect is high, okay, so that you get, really good quality edits or, whatever you're working on. Now, we're going to start off by using our ellipse tool and make out our retro sunset, okay? So I'm going to click on our ellipse tool, now hold onto Alt and Shift, and then we're gonna make an exact sized circle, whichever one we need. Now the first thing you're gonna do is click on it and make sure to use any of the fill. Okay, instead of that, I'm also going to be using, so first off I'm gonna do is click on File, click on Open, and it will take me to the resource file. I'm gonna use this palette which I have in my resource file. So what I'm going to do is going to be taking this right over here and use this color palette which I have. Now I'm going to click on this tool and select whichever color you want. Now I'm going to select on this and press on Control C and press on Control F. Now we already have another one. Now you will see basically that there's another circle, but what you're going to do is press on Alt and then Shift so that you get an exact size circle from the exact place you are trying to make it from. Okay, you can see Control Z. I'm going to press on Alt, Shift, and then get your exact size. There you go. Then I'm going to change this color into this one. I'm going to click on this, select on Control C, Control F. There we go. We have another one. Shift and Alt at the same time. There you go. We have another one. Click on this picker tool again, select on this, there you go, we have another one. Select on the tool, Control C, Control F. What I'm going to do is make another one. There you go. I'm going to click on this again, and there you go, we have our sunset. But let's say I'm going to do is make another one. Another circle, so I'll be needing another one, so it's totally fine. I'm gonna do is just increase this a bit more. I'm gonna select on this, Control C, Control F. There you go, we have it. And the last one, let's say I'm gonna use a different color from the color pattern. Let's see if this works, or maybe a bit lighter. What goes good with this? Okay, never mind. That doesn't look that good. Okay, white is good. My bad. I'm gonna keep it on white. There we go. As I don't need it anymore, I'm gonna remove it. Now what we're gonna do is going to be using or making in our rainbow. To do that, I'm gonna right click and make a rectangle tool. Hold on to Alt and Shift. Okay, just Alt. Select on this and make sure to put it at the intersect. You can see the intersect. You can put it down over here, but also keep it on the center if you want to. Let's say we have it on the center. What I'm going to do is hold on a Shift and M. This will give you this select tool, which you have over here. Then we're going to do is select all of it and remove it basically. But before removing it, we have to select a specific part which we have to do. So that is, I'm going to do is have to first off select the whole thing all together. Now you can see that it is like this. Now press on Shift M. Then what you're going to do is hold on to Alt, which is going to remove the parts which you don't need. And there you go. We have our rainbow or whatever you call it. Now after you're done with this, what you're going to do is going to be, let's say, grouping them up together. But if you don't want to use this color, then you can change the color. That's totally fine. But as I want to group them together, now they are grouped. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is going to be using in our text. Okay. So to use in our text, I'm going to click on this text option. Now put in whatever text you want. Let's say for this, I'm going to be using Okay, let's say I'm gonna type in red. I'm gonna select on this. I'm gonna do select on the size first, and then select whichever font you want. Okay, you can see regular and all of those, but from here we'll be selecting on whichever text we want. And if you don't want to use these, you can obviously go to find more and use whichever font you want, but make sure to use your internet or stay connected to the internet, and also so that you are stay connected to your account. Okay, so from here you can also get whichever one you want. So let's say I want to use this if you want to, Usaka and all of those. But from here I'm gonna do is going to be using in something that looks, you know, a bit retro. And to find that, I'm gonna do is, let's say I'm gonna go down, and okay, let's just stay on the ones which I have over here. I'm gonna use this. Okay, select on this, and obviously increase the size. From here, what I'm going to do is going to be selecting on what I'm going to do is select on this, click on fill. Then I'm going to do is click on this picker tool and then use this. Select on fill. Okay, we're going to use this again. Works better. There you go, we have it. The next thing we're gonna do is going to be, let's say, we're gonna put in another text. Now to use that another text, we're gonna put in another one. So I'm gonna click on this text option. Now I'm gonna click on this, and let's say I'm gonna type in laboratory. Okay, I'm gonna select on this whole thing, and I'm gonna use whichever, you know, font I want. Let's say I'm gonna use Baharus. We can use whichever one we want. That's like totally up to you, whichever one. So I'm gonna go down and find the one which I basically need. I need something to, you know, look a lot more better. So what I'm gonna do is gonna be something from, okay, I'm gonna click on find more, and then let's search for this. Okay, I'm gonna look for them. Let's try searching for the ones which you need. Okay, I'm gonna go down. Okay, this one looks good, but I'm gonna need something, you know, a bit cursive and looks a lot more better. So let's just search for this. Okay, I'm gonna search for something. Okay, it's not here. So let's just try using these, okay? Or maybe select on this and select anything cursive over here. What I'm gonna do is find anything cursive, or maybe let's just use this abstract groovy. I'm gonna do is select on this, increase the size so that I get a preview first. Then from here, what I'm going to do is going to be selecting on the regular or whichever one I want. You can see over here, let's try seeing whichever one we have. Okay, this is like the same. So I'm gonna do is click on this, zoom in on route. That's like totally up to you. Now what I'm gonna do is gonna be clicking on this text, and let's say I'm gonna click on another one. Okay, I'm gonna use this, select on this, and you can see that this is on extrude. You can also use regular. That's like totally up to you. So first thing I'm gonna do is going to be clicking on these texts and use whichever one I want. You can see this and this. You can use whatever one. That's like totally up to you. So I'm going to use this. This looks a lot more better. And on the last one I'm going to do is going to be using, okay, let's see how this looks like, or this one or this one. Okay, this one looks good. That I'm going to do is keep on, okay, looks better. Okay, instead of this, let's just use T. Now, as we already have it, what we're going to do is going to be making it in a bit different. Go to object, and then you're going to find out, let's say, we're going to warp it up, which is called envelope distort. Okay, so you can see it over here, envelope distort, and make with warp. So instead of this, what you're going to do is click on arc and then find out rise maybe. So from there, you'll be able, as you can see from here, I'm going to do is fix up the blend. You can see it looks a lot more better. Press on OK if you got your exact results. Then you can rotate it up exactly according to your desire. I'm going to do is increase the size. This is basically how it will look like. Now, as we have it over here, what we're going to do is going to be clicking on this. And there you go. Click on this and place it up according to your desire, wherever you want it to look like. Then what you're going to do is going to be clicking on brushes. Okay, clicking on brush. You can see paint brush, and then select whichever brush you want to use. Let's say from here I want to use this type of brush. Press on OK, and then select on the brush. Control Z. Then let's say I'm going to do is select on black. You can use this brush if you want to, but if you want to use any, like, okay, let's just cut this off. And if you want to use any elements, you can also do that. That's like totally up to you. So to do that, what you're going to do is going to be using one of the elements. So I'm going to open up those retro texture, click on open, and then you'll find a retro texture. You can see over here. Let's say we have this first one, which you can see cancel. I'm going to click on cancel. Select on the text, whichever one we need. You can see from over here. Now the first thing we're going to do is going to be taking this texture on the first one. To do that, I'm going to do is click on, let's say first off, we're going to make another layer. I'm going to click on layers. I'm going to log this up. Now the first thing I'm going to do is going to be clicking on all of it. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is going to be taking all of these direct all to, take this up over here. Now just paste it up. All appropriate layers. You can see that this has been applied. Now, as this has been applied, what you're going to do is going to be clicking on transparency. Okay. So as we found out, this one I'm going to do is take this up, paste it in just the way I want it to be. You can see that I have pasted it on over here. Now, after you're done, what you're going to do is going to be clicking on the second one, obviously the second one, and click on transparency, which is kind of over here, I guess. Now, when you click on transparency, the first thing you're going to do is going to be pasting it on mask, okay? I'm going to click on make mask. You can see over here, we're going to make mask over here. But first thing you can see that we don't have anything over here. So I'm going to do is cut this off and paste it on this exact text. So as this is not made, I'm going to click on delete because I won't be needing it unless I have this over here. So I'm going to click on layers again. I'm going to do is remove this layer because I won't be needing it. So I'm not going to lock this up this time because I'll be pasting the whole thing directly over here. Object on this background. I'm going to drop it up, and this is basically how it will look like. You can see over here, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to do is remove it. remove this transparency. Instead of that, I'm gonna do is click all of this, okay? And I'm gonna keep it on over here. And this is going to be the create mask option, okay? I'm gonna click on make mask. You can see over here we are also going to need the text at the same time. So I'm gonna click on Control Z because we will have to group them together. Now you can see this is how it will look like. We have the text. Okay, we need the text too at the same time. You can see this is how it will look like. What I'm gonna do is press on Control Z. I'm gonna click on this, make the mask. I'm just gonna remove it. Okay, I'm gonna go back on the first layer and then select the whole thing, Control G. Okay, all of them are grouped. I make the mask. Now I'm gonna put in this over here. I'm gonna take this right on top of this. Instead of this, I'm gonna do is double click to create edit opacity. Click on the one, whichever one you need. Click on clip. Okay, I'm gonna do is now we're gonna group them up to all together. First off, take all of this, group them together if you want to. Control G, and then take this back over here again. And the first thing you're gonna do is going to be clicking on them and select the whole thing all together. Find out the one which part you basically need. I'm gonna do is take this one right over here, and this will basically look a lot more better. Now, first thing you're gonna do is gonna be selecting the whole thing all together. You can see everything is selected. Click on make mask, and then you will see that there is this clip option, and you can see the clip. I'm gonna do is unclip it, and there you go. Basically, you will have it like this. Okay, then fix out your transparency however you want. Let's say you're gonna fix the transparency a bit less, and there you go. You're gonna have it just like this if you want to do it. Okay, but if you want to just keep it just the way it is, just keep it like this, and there you go, you have it. Then select the whole thing, group them together, Control G, and then find out your mockup. I'm gonna click on file, click on open, click on t-shirt mockup. I'm gonna click on black isolated t-shirt. You can use that, but this is just the photo, so I'm gonna click on open again. I'm gonna find out isolated black t-shirt, click on OK. You can do the same thing over here. What you're gonna do is going to be clicking on this, take it up right over here, press on OK, and then fix out the size. What I'm gonna do is hold on a shift and take it up right over here. I'm gonna click on this, paste it up. What you can do is like select the whole thing together and then go to transparency, make mask, and then just clip it. You can see this is basically how it will look like when you clip it up directly on this. Okay, but that doesn't matter. You can invert the mask if you want to. That's like totally up to you how you're gonna work with it. So this is basically how it will look like, but as I don't want this gradient or without stroke, so I'm gonna click on this, and there you go, you have your t-shirt. But if you don't want to mask it up, you can just keep it the way it is, and it will have the specific color to your t-shirt. You can see over here, there you go. So hope you understood everything about this lesson on how you'll be able to make a retro sunset t-shirt. So let's move on to our next lesson of Adobe Illustrator.